I'ma soon forget. So far between the lines, I'ma write a new set, a new beginning. Reflecting on the times that were that hard. I've fallen down many times, but I got mad hard.
Hey YouTube, we're back. It's your boy Mexican Lee, Mexican Lee's Therapy Garage. Back with another little session. Fresh out of work. It's late. It's hot. So I got the one fan going. I just turned the big fan off for a little while so y'all can hear me. But I'm going to show y'all what we got going on for this next video and next step on my Monte Carlo, the daily driver. So my next step now is to go ahead and start mapping out what I want to do as far as getting this panoramic sunroof installed on the car. So I got some tag board out here. I couldn't find no cardboard or anything any bigger, so I can start making me a template. So we're gonna go ahead and put 4 of those together, tape them up real nice and square, get it ready. And then what I'm also needing to do is on these sections from the old roof, I need to peel those off. One here and one there in the front. I already did this side. So we're gonna go ahead and get those peeled off, clean up all this glue right here, that's from the factory, and then go ahead and get this up on top of the car. That way I can see more or less how much of this bottom frame I can keep. I want to try to keep as much of it as I can, because on my Caprice, when I put that panoramic sunroof in there, I tried to get some panel bond and glue some reinforcements into the roof to keep it stiff. That way it doesn't have too much play, bounce. I wanted to make it more sturdy. It did do its job decently, but I'm gonna do this one different. I want to actually weld plates from this frame up into the car, up into that second plate that's in the roof, the second skin, reinforcement skin that's in this roof. That way there's no flex. There's not going to be any kind of movement when I hit bumps. I don't want any kind of movement out of that roof, that glass, the frame. So as you can see in here, when I had the old roof, sunroof, when I put it in, it was an aftermarket inbuilt sunroof. I cut out the roof skin, this inner layer. I cut that out as far back as I needed to. So on this one, I'm still gonna have to cut a section of it out, but I am gonna try to save as much as I can. That way I can weld plates from this up into that frame on the glass, for the glass. That way it makes it a better bond, and it reinforces the whole unit itself. That way it's not flimsy. I don't want it moving around. You see how that bounces in here? It flexes. I do not want that, and that's what I had in my Caprice. I did put some glue, some sealant inside that first plate and the second plate in the Caprice, but still, you could still see it move around. So if I wouldn't have done that, it would have been way worse. So I'm glad I did do that. So, but in this car, I'm not gonna make that mistake. And it's a learning process when you're doing these cars. So, doing these modifications. So what we're gonna do, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and clean off this stuff, get this whole frame situated. I may have to trim this a little bit, the outer skin, but I wanna try to save as much of that as I can, the inner frame, because that's what I wanna try to keep nice and sturdy, but that's what's gonna keep, you know, anything from flexing. So let me go ahead and start getting situated, get my little makeshift table set up, and cut you guys off for a little bit.
Hey, here's a little roof I just made, another one.
All right, YouTube, we're back. Mexican Lee's Therapy Garage. Had to come step outside for a quick minute because hopefully we get some rain, man. We've been needing some rain so bad lately. Look at my grass, it's just dust. That's why the air quality here sucks so bad. But about to get back in the shop now that it's cooled off a little bit. Lately I've been working at night just because it's not so hot, but we've been in triple digits, I want to say, for over almost 90 days straight. So this is what we got going on. We're gonna go ahead and crack these doors open, get some fresh air in here, nice cool breeze. But I already got my template made. That's all set up. I put this covering over, the trim over the skin. I'm not gonna say trim, the skin over the glass. I brought that down the other morning, or the other night when I got out of work. So we're gonna wash that up really good and get this transferred onto the roof. That way I can measure all, corners all the way around, side to side, corner to corner. I want to go ahead and get that transferred onto the roof. That way I can go ahead and start making my cuts. I'd like to try to hurry up and get the actual metal cut out the roof here in a few minutes today. That way I can go ahead and start measuring this out, because what I need to make sure is that I have enough room for the mechanism as far as the glass itself. The motor, where the cables go through, the piping where the cables go through. I need to make sure I have enough room on this whole roof for that. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and work on right now. We're gonna get that template up there and see how much room I got. This is the back, that's the front. So let's try to get that going.
Hey, here's a little roof I just made, another one.
All right, YouTube, we're back. We went ahead and cut the hole. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around the inside and see where I need to cut, where I need to actually trim the plate on the inside, so that way I can get this to drop down on the roof skin. So there's a few places that I need to trim just a little bit in order to get that to drop in. But where I'm having a problem is right here where my seat belts are at. I don't want to take too much of that metal out of there, which I can rebuild. I can reconstruct that and make it nice and strong after the fact. So that ain't really no big deal, but I just need to leave that in there for the time being, just so I can see exactly how much more I need to cut out. And I think these braces that I put in up here for the old sunroof, I think I am gonna go ahead and cut them out of there. We're gonna go ahead and get that cut out. That way I don't have to worry about that. But the hole is cut. She's in there. Ain't no turning back. So let me cut this camera off and get back to work. We'll cut you back on here in a little bit. All right, YouTube, we're back. We are done cutting the hole in the Monty. Now I just have to reline everything up, measure everything corner to corner, side to side, front to back, make sure everything's going to be pretty much centered. Hold on. Make sure everything is centered, sorry about that, and start tack welding it. So let me turn this camera around. All right, you're gonna hear the fan in the background, but I gotta leave it on. I gotta cool off. You can see I got everything cut. turn it off for a second. Everything's cut. Everything under here is trimmed. I don't know if you can see all that great. I had to kind of cut into my seatbelt reinforcement up there. I don't know if you can see right up in that area, but I'm gonna build all that back up. Once I get the roof welded in, I'm gonna weld some reinforcements into the bottom frame skin, so that way it tightens everything up still. Be nice and tight, won't go nowhere, won't shift, won't budge. So he's all set. Sorry for the lighting. Everything's pretty much done now. Now I just got to clean up all the little pieces of metal that I cut. I got sections everywhere, but this is everything that I cut out. I ended up having to use a sawzall, my 1/4 inch grinder, 3/4 inch, whatever that is, 1/2 inch, I don't know. Let me see, so I get it right. 4.5 inch angle grinder, okay? I pulled out the flap disc and the cutter, and then I used my little tiny die grinder with the cutting wheel on it as well. And then the little grinder too. Kind of clean all the edges up. The only thing I noticed, even when I first started doing this, the way the old Cadillac, I mean the new Cadillac roofs are, they're more rounder on the new cars. Of course, the old cars are longer, so they're flatter. So what I'm gonna have to work on is figuring out how I'm gonna get this to pull down, flex down a little bit so I can weld it to this plate without it messing with this shape here for the glass. So that's gonna be in the next video. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this video up with this right here. The body work and that, as far as getting that situated and welded in, then that'll be in a new video. But I just wanted to show you, we got the hole cut. We got the piece in place, more or less where it's gonna go. And pretty much done with that step on the panoramic sunroof on the Monte Carlo. So with that being said, again, make sure y'all follow your boy, like my videos, please like them. Hit that like button, smash the like button, push the like button, whatever you want to do. And it just like I say again, it helps me out a little bit. Get put in the algorithm when people are looking this stuff up. It helps push these videos going further. So if y'all can, please do that for your boy. Mexican Leads Therapy Garage. We're out.
I'ma soon forget. So far between the lines, I'ma write a new set, a new beginning. Reflecting on the times that were that hard. I've fallen down many times, but I got mad hard.